Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My today's presentation is going to be about the importance of Morocco in Africa. But before we get started, I wanna ask you, what's this? Is it a tree? Of course, you will say yes, a big yes. But I'm sorry to say that all of your answers are wrong. This is Morocco. You know, the King Hassan II said in one of his famous speeches, Morocco is a tree rooted in Africa and branches in Europe. Indeed, Morocco shares with Africa in many common denominators like religious, economy, politics, and civilization. What makes the policy of cooperation between the two sides serves their both interests. The spiritual and the religious relationships of Morocco with Africa date back to many centuries. And despite its closeness to Europe and its distinctiveness by the mixture of Arabic, Andalusi, Amazigh identities, the African identity is always present. These links have devoted the frequent travel of our King the Majesty Mohammed VI to many African countries. Our King, who regarded by many African Sufis as an spiritual leader and a religious reference, because he belongs to our Prophet Muhammad dynasty. That's why Morocco played a major role in the formation of African imams and repairing and reforming a number of mosques and Quranic schools, as well as printing and distributing millions of Quran copies to many African countries. The African market becomes one of the most fertile markets in the world and useful for investments. That's why all visits of our King Mohammed VI to many African countries based on many economy sides, especially on a winner-winner concept. His visits ran to 46 visits to 26 different countries and signing more than 600 agreements, especially in the economy field. One of the most profitable Moroccan projects there is to connect to Europe by the natural gas pipeline, which is passing from Nigeria to Morocco, then to Europe. What pushes Morocco to be the second investor in Africa. Indeed, the most African destination for Moroccan investments is Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and Congo, where a number of Moroccan companies are active. For instance, Comanave and Tijariwa. Morocco was a defender of African issues by supporting several countries to get their independence. Furthermore, Morocco was one of the founders of the African Union. But in 1984, Morocco backed out from this union because its members have been recognized by the existence of something called Polisario. However, these relationships didn't end. Yet, Morocco has built strong relationships with almost African countries. For instance, Senegal, Congo, and Cote d'Ivoire. Finally, Morocco came back to this union after a deep thought, although the acceleration of some enemies and especially our neighbors, and it was a historic return. And thank you so much for your attention.